Hello and welcome to Non-Stop Wrestling Chat. My name is Barry and this is my top 10 wrestling moments. Now, these moments aren't going to be like in order or anything. Again, guys, it took me so long to narrow this down to 10. I have a few honourable mentions, but there's so many that when I was writing these down, I was just like, oh, remember this, remember that. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to keep it like narrow as possible. Before we get into today's show, guys, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and that notification bell because I'm still struggling with that painful throat. Right, guys, let's get into the show. So, first of all, I've got Shawn Michaels winning the Elimination Chamber. I love this, the first Elimination Chamber. Michaels picking up the win. I thought it was great. I thought that was one of the best Elimination Chambers as well. And yeah, it was just such a great moment. I remember potting like a fucking jumping up and like screaming like that because it was great to see Michaels pick up that world championship. Plus he looked cool as hell with it at that point. Number 9, I've got Mick Foley going through the cell against Triple H. I never actually seen that pay-per-view. I've seen it now obviously, but I remember getting a magazine, the old WWF magazines, and they used to have like pictures of the match, so like the important bits that happened in it. And then I remember seeing Triple H flip Mick Foley. It's like one picture, and then the next one was I'm falling through the cage. Third one was the hole in the ring, and I honestly couldn't wait to see it. And I'm not even sad to say that it took me a good few years to find the No Way Out pay-per-view. So I think definitely was a good 5-6 years after it that I got to see it. ECW One Night Stand is number 8, the first one. It was great. The love that people were showed for ECW at that point, just the chanting, the love, the old memories in there, the FU to the WWE that were up in the balcony. It was just great. Obviously they went on and messed it up a little bit with like the TV show, just not putting it over and all that kind of stuff, but I'd like the very first one. The second one was good as well, but I feel the first one was the best. And if any of you have got the network out there, I definitely recommend you go watch, like, see that first year of the ECW TV show when you've got like CM Punk coming up. We had like Big Show who brought like Big Show against Flair on TV was great. You should go watch that. But ECW One Night Stand, definitely. Number 7 is a controversial one, right? I know a lot of you are going to be annoyed with this. The spinner belt. I loved the spinner belt. I honestly loved the fucking... When Cena came out with it for the first time, and I loved it. I remember it like it was yesterday, and it was... I just loved the spinner belt. Number 6, Mick Foley going through the Hell in Cell. I know I've got this twice here, right? But Mick Foley going through and off. This is the one with Undertaker. When he went off it, and then when he went through it, literally, I remember that as in sitting and going, they've killed Mankind. I thought as a kid, Mankind literally died. And when he was looking at the screen and he had like the tooth hanging out his nose, and I was just like, he's dead. He's dead. I was 100% sure that he was dead. Number 5 is Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. Hands down one of the best matches and one of my most memorable moments from WrestleMania. I just loved this one. I really, really did. And this ties into number 4, Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels. Retirement match, obviously. Same as before, this was great. Ric Flair versus Shawn. Saying that he loves him before he hit the Sweet Chin music. There was tears in my eyes. I was saying, you're crying, I'm not crying. It was brilliant. Then Cena winning the championship for the first time at WrestleMania 21, I want to say. 22. I'm sure it was 21. Against JBL. I'm 100% sure it was 21, but probably wrong. It was great. Watching him pick up that into the crowd, people all clam. Everybody was behind Cena at that time. Well, most people were behind Cena at that time. It definitely was a great moment in wrestling. Number 2, Hogan versus Rock. I remember sitting in my friend's house watching this. So his dad taped it on a VHS, on a DVD. I think it was a VHS, illegally. So his dad taped it. We watched it the next morning. I went up his house at like 7 a.m. Like 7 a.m. was up there, and we watched the whole show. And I remember he was a big Rock fan. I wanted Hogan to win, and it was just a back and forth. He actually, midway through it, I started liking The Rock more. He started liking Hogan more, and it kept changing. It was just like the match. It was great, and it's one of my favourite memories from wrestling. The other one is Hogan joining the NWO. I remember this. I was a bit young to remember like what was happening, but I remember kind of when I was older going back and watching it when towards the end of WCW, seeing like the clips from it and stuff like that, and I got a VHS and it was like Hulk Hogan, but it showed you the start bit, and I remember just because I used to like Hulk Hogan as a kid, and I remember when he had the yellow pants on, I was like, whoa, when did he have this? And then when he turned bad, I was probably like, oh, this is great. And as I'm older, I appreciate it even more. It's such a great heel turn because nobody's seen it coming. Honestly, nobody's seen that coming at all. Honourable mentions. The Inferno match between Kane and The Undertaker back in like 98, 99 was just... Sorry for the weird cut there, guys. I've lost my voice. The Inferno match was when Kane went in fire. I remember as a kid thinking he actually was in fire, and I was like, what are they going to do? How are they going to save him? But yeah, that was a really weird one. Royal Rumble 2000, Foley versus Triple H, and the whole Royal Rumble 2000 Royal Rumble as well with the Rock and Big Show kind of thing. At the end, I loved that too. But Foley versus Triple H, I think that was one of the best. Cactus Jack Triple H, I think that was one of the best matches leading into that Hell in a Cell. WCW Nitro on Saturday nights on Channel 5 in the UK. Watching it up my friend's house or in my house. We used to, when my mum would go to her friends and we would sit and watch it in the room, and we would have like Sting and Hogan, Randy Savage. Watching all those guys was just great. And I loved WCW a lot more than... I wouldn't say I loved it a lot more. I love both of them. But I thought WCW had cooler gimmicks as a kid. Sting in TNA. That guy joining TNA introduced me to so many wrestlers, because at that point in my life I was really kind of just... WWE was the only thing that was there for me. And obviously local wrestling, but I haven't got to TNA. I was in Florida. I went to go see one of the shows that were there, because I was right next to the studio where they were, and I think there was tickets still available, so I was like to my mum, can I go watch wrestling? So we went, and I think Kevin Nash was there as well, and I was like, what the fuck? And seeing AJ Styles and stuff like that was just great. Definitely was one of my highlights of going to go see a wrestling live. Staying up late to watch WrestleMania when I was younger. I remember getting shouted at for this because I put the code in on pay-per-view to buy it, and it was like £60 or something like that. But I remember staying up late and watched that whole WrestleMania. I loved every minute of it. I just love being able to do that, and I took that beating the next day because it was great. And one of my best honourable mentions is the first time I ever went to go see a professional wrestling match. I can't remember what the promotion was called. But it was in Bells Hill, which is like outside Glasgow, and it had a few okay matches, but it had a hardcore match on it, and I was sitting front row and front centre, and it was just great. I remember watching it, going through tables and stuff. Somebody jumped in from the audience. It was like a wrestler that was in the audience. I remember watching it and just loving every single moment of it. Guys, there's so many more moments of wrestling that I love. Going into like my personal life, watching it with my son and daughter on Saturday mornings just now. There's so much things in wrestling. It's just been there my whole life, and there's so many honourable moments and so many great moments that I've had. These are like a list of 10 that mean something to me, and some honourable mentions, but I could probably go on all day. I'm not going to take up that much of your time. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you tomorrow for SmackDown's review. Enjoy the rest of your day, and don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and comment below your favourite wrestling moments, whether it be Jerry Lawler with the water gun in the ring or whatever it is. Just you comment below, because I would love to see these. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.